What is up, fellow Pyro Fanatics? It's been Daddy28 here, and today I'm going to show you guys an unboxing of the double impact shells by Beihai Fireworks. You get 12 assorted double break shells, and I picked up about four boxes of these shells back in the beginning of May in one of my previous stash updates. Was able to get the case that these shell kits came in as well. Usually there's 6 of these shell kits that come to a case. I think there was 2 missing in the box that I picked up. So there was 4 shell kits in the entire box, but I was definitely stoked to get the case to go along with it, mainly because obviously it's a little bit of a nice collectible, but also, I was able to figure out the lot year for these shells, which was 2009. So these shells are about maybe 12 to 13 years old, and that's important to note because Beihai actually went under sometime in 2000, somewhere between 2010 and 2011. So these shells are kind of like maybe a few years before, pretty much Beihai went out of business. So these are definitely legitimate Beihai shells. And the reason why Beihai gets a lot of credit for having, amazing shells in general is that not so much because of the hard breaks or anything like that, mainly because their breaks, particularly on their ball shells, are just perfect symmetrical breaks. And on top of that, the color is just like really, really vibrant. It's probably some of the best color that you'll see in any ball shell kit out there, whether it was the last decade or even when these shells were around and there was competition. Basically it was Beihai and the rest of the pack. Beihai kind of stood out, and obviously Beihai is known for more than just that. They came out with the original Excaliburs, the old Rambo kids, or Super Rambo kids. The Rambo kids, I think, were 40-gram cans. Super Rambos were 60-gram cans. Basically, World Class just, took those shells, rewrapped them, and produced the first ever shell kit that we know today as the Excalibur. So Beihai, they're the original innovators of the Excal shells, so to speak. But we're not here to talk about those shells. I didn't get the Rambo kids. I got the double impact shells, and I'm still, stoked about, getting these shells nonetheless. So we're going to do a little bit of a quick unboxing of these shells just to kind of get a quick look and see how they feel. Be interesting to see how they look like and feel compared to today's ball shells. I am going to be demoing about maybe 4 shells from this shell kit dedicated for this demo of this shell kit by itself, and then I'm going to take 2 more shells and include that in the ball shell tribute comparison demo that I'll be doing this year as well. So I'm more than likely just going to be demoing 6 shells from this box, and then I'm going to be keeping the rest. I really don't want to, light off too many of the shells from these shell kits because, as I mentioned before, they're very hard to come by, and they're kind of a bit of a collectible. All right, so with that in mind, let's take a quick look at the box. As you see here, got amazing artwork. This kind of reminds me of the old Street Fighter games. A character from like the old Street Fighter games. I don't know why, but that's pretty much the vibe that I get from it when I look at this box. But great artwork nonetheless. All right, so you got the absolute highest quality label on here. You got the warning label as well. And back here, you also got more warning labels, pretty much firing instructions, which is kind of neat. You don't really see that nowadays. So this was kind of a bit of a unique characteristic for Beihai shell kits in general. All right, so I'm gonna lay these down a bit here and get my utility knife out. Now they tape this up pretty good. Finally, yeah, man. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can open this up with the phone in my hand. Here we go. Moment of truth. If I can get it open. Nice. How about that? It's a unique placement of the shells. You got 2 boxes, and each of them come with 6 shells. Alright, so I have to figure out how to open these. I think probably just open this tape bottom over here, so I'm going to need to use my utility knife once again, so bear with me. Alright, so open up the bottom portion of this box here, and as you see here we got the bottom, or the base of the cardboard tube. Alright, so let's pull out the tube. And it is indeed cardboard. Awesome. These tubes themselves even might be a collectible, so I'm definitely not going to toss these out. And let's see if we can pull out the sleeve here real quick. Kind of hard to do with one hand while I'm holding the phone. There you go. There's actually a box in a box. Here we go. Real quick, I do want to mention that even the side of these boxes that the shells come in, they even come with a warning label with firing instructions as well. So they definitely put a huge emphasis on safety with these older shell kits from Beihai. Alright, here we go. We got the 2 sleeves out of the box along with the cardboard tubes. And let's delve into the effects of these shells real quick. Alright, for this first shell here we got Peony with Peony. And the second one we got Peony with Crackling. And we got another double Peony here. And we got Peony with Peony. I guess a lot of these shells are just Peony with Peony. Peony with Crackling once again, and another double Peony. So I guess they didn't have too many various effects. It seems like Peony and Crackling is the name of the game with these shell kits. Alright, we got Peony with Peony, another double Peony. We got a double Crackling. And Crackling and Peony, another double Peony, and another double Peony. Alright. So about, I guess, 8 of the 12 shell kits are double Peony. And just about every single one of them, minus one, I think, that had the double Crackling, has a Peony effect to it. So really what these shells are known for mainly is the color. That's the name of the game with these shells, is the color. And there is some crackling effects as well with some of these shells, but the color is where it's at. Alright. I'm going to try to open this box very gently. Don't want these shells to spill out on me. Alright, so they actually tape these things all the way around. Okay, we got a double Peony here. Alright, pull out this Peony with Crackling. I guess I'll take out one more. We'll weigh 3 of them. See what, this is another double Peony. See what it comes out to. Alright guys, so we're going to do a little bit of a weigh-in real quick for these shells. Got a scale on there. You got it on grams. Alright, I got the double Peony here. And 74 grams. Not bad for a double break. Alright, so we got Peony with Crackling. Also 74. And another double Peony here. Come on, stand still. And I got 70 grams. So about 70 to 75 grams pretty much for these shells, which is pretty decent. That's pretty much what most double break shells go for nowadays, right around somewhere between 70 to 75 grams. Obviously, you won't know the exact weight of these shells unless you open them up and measure the composition, but I am definitely not doing that with these shells. I don't do that anyway, but I definitely wouldn't, even if I did, I would not do it with these shells for sure. All right, so a quick recap here. We got the 2 cardboard tubes, as I mentioned, to go along with the 12 double break shells. These aren't like, as you see here from the shape of these shells, they're not like your typical double break shells that we are familiar with today, where you see the 2 balls that are glued together and obviously separated with like a clay plug in between them. We got an actual cylinder that is separated into 2 chambers, top half and a bottom half, with a clay plug in between it. So it's not like there's, this is pretty much like a canister with 2 ball shells inside of it. It's not like that. This is an actual double break cylindrical shell with something in between to separate the top and the bottom effect, or the top and the bottom shell, so to speak. So these are definitely, this was more of a more common form of double break shell, back in the day, in the early 2000s, all the way up through 2010. Nowadays, obviously, we see more so of the double break ball shell form. And there still are a few shell kits out there that utilize something like this, where it's like a cylinder with a double break shell. And now a lot of them do have the ball shells themselves inside the cylinder, so it's not exactly like this, but it's kind of similar, with the difference being is that this is a legit cylindrical double break shell. And as you see here, you even got the fuse tag here to kind of let you know that this is the fuse. Beihai was well known for that, so I know it's a little bit funny now the way we look at it, but kind of adds a little bit to the whole vintage, well, it's not a vintage item, but that old school style, so to speak, that Beihai was known for. All right, so that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little unboxing, and up next, let's find out how these suckers look like in the sky. All right, I'll see you guys next time.